Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another chilling tale, the kind of story that makes you want to keep the lights on just a little longer. Tonight, I've got a spine tingling experience to share. So grab a blanket, settle in, and let's dive into this eerie adventure. And before we jump in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more creepy stories. Your support helps keep the scares coming. You ever get that feeling? That deep crawling sensation at the back of your neck when you're alone at home and something just feels off? I used to think I was just being paranoid. That was until last summer when I learned the hard way. Sometimes you're not alone, even when you think you are. It was a Saturday night and my parents were out of town for the weekend. Just me, a fridge full of leftovers, and a gaming marathon planned. Perfect, right? I thought so too. The house was quiet. Too quiet. Usually there was some hum, cars outside, the fridge kicking on, the wind against the windows. That night, it felt like everything outside had just stopped. Like the world was holding its breath, but I brushed it off, put on my headset, and jumped into my game. A couple hours later, I needed a break, so I took off my headset, and that's when I heard it. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, upstairs. Now let me be clear, I was alone. The doors were locked. No one should have been up there. I sat frozen, every muscle in my body tensed. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe the house was settling. That's what I told myself, right up until I heard it again, closer this time. My blood turned to ice. I reached for my phone. No signal, no Wi-Fi. Just a single text from an unknown number. I see you. My stomach dropped. My first instinct was to bolt out the front door, but as soon as I stood up, something crashed in the hallway. A picture frame. My parents' wedding photo, shattered on the floor. The glass looked like it had been melted at the edges. I wasn't alone. Now, I don't know what kind of person you are, but I'm no hero. I wasn't about to go check it out. Instead, I grabbed the nearest thing that could pass as a weapon, an old baseball bat, and crept towards the front door. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely turn the lock. That's when I heard breathing, deep, raspy breathing coming from just behind me. I spun around, swinging the bat wildly. Nothing. The hallway was empty, but the breathing? It hadn't stopped. It was just everywhere, seeping through the walls, curling around me like a thick fog. My phone buzzed again. Another message. Look behind you. I bolted, out the door, down the street, straight to my neighbor's house. I banged on the door like a madman until Mr. Carter let me in. He took one look at me and called the cops. When they arrived, they searched the house. Nothing. No signs of forced entry, no footprints, no evidence that anyone had been there. But the weirdest part? The picture frame in the hallway. It was gone, vanished like it had never been there. The police left after giving me the usual talk about stress and paranoia, but I knew something had been in there with me. I stayed at my neighbor's house that night. When I finally went back home the next day, everything was normal. But I swear, sometimes late at night when the house is quiet, I still hear it, that slow, deliberate breathing, just waiting.